Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Minecraft Invasion. So, we just have this to do. We managed to get enough experience to get level, well, we need level 8 in order to combine this with that. And we get our Power 5 crossbow, which is nice and orderly. Now, we don't have much experience at all right now. Currently only 13 levels, and I am going to have to eventually go out of my way in order to make sure that we get a bit more, but I'm thinking currently we're not going to need that much. So let's put that other enhanced medkit in there and throw this in here, and let's look at a few more quests that we need to do. So infrastructure, we managed to get our evil sand, which is quite dastardly, and I think this only needs 8 netherrack. Do we have any netherrack? We got 1 netherrack. How do we make netherrack? Again, we make it by doing a sag mill for that. That's very helpful. Or we just need to get 7 buckets of lava and 7 pieces of redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to need our buckets. Buckets, apparently. So today's goal for episode number 8 is to do a bunch of this sort of stuff. I just want to get all of these quests as completed as possible. There we go. And that's going to take a bit of effort for me to do. Where did that redstone go? Not entirely sure. Apparently it was in my hand the entire time. I guess I'm not going to try to argue with it because it is apparently all powerful, being able to create redstone out of thin air whenever it so decides. Or it's just a visual glitch and I'm just reading too much into these things. Okay, I need to actually get my netherrack now. Netherrack, there we go. And now we have all the stuff that we need for that quest. So we can get some balls of enchanting, because that seems to be the poison of the day. Yeah, that was almost 7 levels worth. Not really much, honestly, but oh well. I don't want to put that in there. We can put that in there, though, and that. So, we are going to eventually need to get to some of the quests like Blast Off. Blast Off is the main objective of this pack. However, I am going to want to get all of the quests. I'm gonna, well, Darkosto's probably not going to consider me beating this pack until I actually do all of the dang quests that are involved in this bloody thing. So it's going to be probably a raucous ride in order to do this. Need a shipping bin now. And this episode, for episode 30, is probably just going to be a lot of this sort of stuff. So bookshelves. I need 4 magical woods, bronze plates, and an emeraldic block. Ha! That was something that we worked on before. So emerald block, and we're going to need to convert this, and we're also going to need bookshelves. So let's get these books. Might have, nope, these are all the books that we have, and we need to get our planks. And we can just throw all of that in there, all of that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all we need actually, so let's get that. And we're going to need our gold. Apparently this requires 4 levels in order to make, so it probably requires to be crafted on my person. Let's see. 4 levels, not 4 experience, 4 levels. That is some great able. So in order to make it very annoying to create, apparently I have to do that. So, have to get some levels, craft 1 bit of this, and get some more levels. Because Minecraft experience works in wonderful ways, wonderful, wonderful ways. I hope that's the only thing that I need this for. Let's look. Okay, so this allows me to sell stuff to get emeralds. And in order to do that, I need to, well, invest emeralds, which kind of makes sense. So I'll throw this down, convert it like that, boing. Doesn't look that bad. I remember when the block of Does the block of diamond look like that? Diamond block? Yes, apparently. I wonder why they went for... Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Wonder which invader decided to wreck my home like that. That's just kind of weird. And kind of rude. Just, hey, look, you have a bunch of wood? Well, now you don't. You suck. And stuff like that. Speaking about sucking, still no ender lilies. That really sucks. Anyways, let's try not to get too sidetracked. We are going to need to actually refill that thing right now because reasons. So let's get ourselves an axe to grind. One of these. Thank you very much. I'll just throw this down there so that it can start chopping again. Chopping at the bit. Also going to need to actually set this up so that it's using energy. That might be helpful. Might be, with capital might. Then again, I'm not actually going to be using this coal anytime soon, so might as well just throw that in there. And throw that in there as well, just as a temporary measure so that I don't forget it's there. I might be able to be smart or something. Nah, I'm giving that too much credit. Hand axe, interesting. Okay, I'm getting distracted right now. Let's go back to crafting. We need to make a shipping bin. So let's get a shipping bin. We need bronze plates, which obviously requires bronze, which needs copper and tin. So 1, 2... Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 3... Sometimes it double clicks the first one. And tin is this one. Very, very organized, I must say. And I cannot lie about such matters as they pertain to pseudoscience of this highest regard. So let's throw these in here so that they can get platified. Let's just watch to make sure nothing happens. It'll take a bit of time to start this process, and once again we can't actually see the bloody thing because these plates are very, very interesting. Well designed. I wouldn't say they're not well designed, it's just that, well, you can't actually see anything, so I guess they aren't really well designed, so whatever. Okay, waiting for this to actually update its contents. There we go. Shipping bin. Get. Claim rewards. Let's throw this down here. Should be automatic. Okay. What are these? Okay. These are the different things I can throw into this slot and sell to get an emerald. So it seems like it's mostly Pam's Harvest Crops. Is this from? Yep, this is from Pam's Harvest Crafts. So if I wanted to get emeralds, I could throw water chestnuts into there and get all that I need. Speaking about getting all that I need, I am going to need to make a bunch of those. I got the string, I got the sticks, so let us get, what is it, a filter? I am messing up. I can't remember what that blade weld thing was called. I know it was in the Survivalist, so it is strainer, of course. So I need to get a strainer, and it needs to be the narrow stuff here. That's all I can make. I'm probably missing sticks, aren't I? So let's see if I can get a plank of some length. I made that joke last time. Ugh. Why do I keep on making those jokes? Ugh. Just think, you know, out of all the science. Now, speaking about science, because science is always a fun thing to talk about in these types of situations. Oh, I actually had some sticks on me as well. For some reason, it didn't grab them. Anyways, so apparently Game Theory did a theory on Super Mario Maker. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what Super Mario Maker is. It's basically you create levels that other people can play. Whether they're good or not is anyone's opinion. It's because it's definitely geared towards opinions for that type of loaded questions. Anyways, apparently the number of possible levels that you can actually make in Super Mario Maker, assuming solvable levels, is like 10 to the power of 1,240 or something. Or was it 12,400? Something along those lines. Something ridiculously large, and that's just due to all the permutations and combinations that come with it. It's just something that's quite interesting to think about. Anyways, getting back to actually working on this, let's make a wooden grip. So, in order to make a wooden grip, we need treated wood, and we're going to need to get our bucket in order to get that. And we're also going to need to make some more planks because I think we're running out. So let's grab some of the creosote oil from here, go back up to get some of our wood. There we go, that'll be enough. I got some for later. Throw this in here, throw this in here. Now we have ourselves some treated planks. So 1, 2. Probably going to need more because this recipe probably needs a lot of them, but anyways. So we're also going to need some sticks, so let's go throw those in here. Probably will need more than this as well, but we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. So we got a wooden grip, that's one part. We need a revolver hammer. I can just look here. So revolver hammer needs steel, which I don't have. So in order to make the steel, I am going to need to get a bunch of iron. So also this needs a drum, this needs an iron mechanical component. This needs a revolver barrel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need a total of 12 steel. Right in here. Oh, it looks like it saves its fuel. That is actually helpful, unless I'm just blind of... yeah, I might be blind. Let's make the other component, which is this. So we'll throw that in there. So we're still going to need these 3 components in order to complete this quest. We are not quite there yet. We definitely needed a lot more steel. So now we need leather. Leather... I do not have enough leather, apparently. So let's get all of this stuff and get ourselves the... what are they called? It's not the can opener. I need to open up these suits of leather to make a better use of them. Also, what's the use of these? We can check... wire cutters, yes. Hey, I was trying to type in you. Wire cutters, is there a better way to recycle these though? Can use a sag mill to get 2, or I can get 2 from the wire cutter. So no real difference there. Also, I'm not going to be able to repair the other thing. That is definitely not enough leather, so let us get our rotten flesh, which we have a lot of it down here. Rotten flesh can be converted in a 1-to-1 ratio to get the remaining leather. So we'll just get this. I don't think... wait, do I have a tanning? Was it a leather tanner? Let's just check the recipe for leather, because it'll be in here. Drying rack. Okay. Drying rack is an easy enough thing to make. I thought I had one of them. I might have disposed of it or never actually used it, but considering that was a while ago, yes, there we go. It's right here. So how long does this take? A bit of time. Also get some of this and have that continue processing. So this is going to take a bit of time in order to cure. So in order to speed that up, let's just make a few drying racks to help that. And we also need void crystals. Wait. Atomic Reconstructor. Recipe of this. Atomic Reconstructor. Oh. Bollocks. We don't even need this. So let's get this back, and I can use the Atomic Reconstructor instead if I actually read the dang, not the recipe, the notes on this particular achievement. Wow, tripping up with words. Anyways, if I were to actually read the thing, I'd be able to tell that I'm just going to need 19 of these, throw that there, boom, and get all the leather that I need for that quest. But we're also going to need void crystals. Void crystals are made by throwing coal in the Atomic Reconstructor. So let's get some coal. And we only need 8 of it. Not sure what the use of this will be, but that we will find out. Don't need any more of this, unfortunately. How's our steel going? Still going strong, but it's going to take a bit more time than I have allotted, so let's go there. We got this. What is the usage of these void crystals? So ranged collector, auto breaker might be helpful. Can make void pickaxe, so basically making it out of coal. Long range breaker, and a bunch of miscellaneous tools. Empowerers to make empowered versions. I guess basically crafting. Let's go with crafting. Crafting is very helpful. So I get a void crystal AIoT. I'm guessing that's basically a multi-tool. We also get this. We also get a scanner used to scan for nearby points of interest. No scanning module installed. Okay, so I'd need a scanning module. This is from Actual Editions, right? So scanning modules, these are all the scanning modules, so I can increase the range of the scanner. But I can search for non-hostile, hostile, common ores, rare ores. These two are not going to be useful. Particular blocks, fluids, and entities. This might have been useful before, but considering I didn't know how the ranged pipe worked beforehand, I doubt it would have actually been that helpful. So let's throw these in here, I suppose. Not going to need that. Might as well use that. Not going to need that. There we go. And let us continue onwards with some more quests. We already got this, apparently. We're also going to need a drill. That we're still working on. Cactuses. Let's run and get those cactuses. We need a total of 4 cactuses, which is going to actually be very easy to get. Ooh. Hi. Want to taste the power? Ooh. How did you hit me anyways? That is some grade A bull. Don't think I'm gonna need this really, but anyways, might as well collect it. So get 1, 2, 3, and 4 cactuses. We got all that done. We can claim the cactus greens. Bit green behind the ear at this point, but what? Green behind the ear? We're both green, and there's something behind our ear. That is definitely what that was supposed to mean, and you cannot prove otherwise. So, moving onwards. So we got that. We're also going to need turrets. And we also need razor wire. 3 razor wire. I swear I can say it correctly. Needs a bunch of steel, which we don't have. So, gonna have to leave that quest for later. It looks like I'm going to have to actually work on getting bunch more steel. We got only 8 iron left, which is definitely not conducive for making a lot of steel, so I think I'm going to need to go out yet again to get a bunch of resources so that I can continue onwards with my little pet projects. So let's throw a bunch of this stuff away. Bleh. Might want that food. And might want those. And might want these, and might want all this stuff. But we'll just continue, get a few things, not going to take too much effort, and I'll be back later. Might as well process this while I'm working. Oh, this is some grade A bull. Apparently, I found an enemy that is unable to be damaged by long-ranged weaponry. Which kind of sucks. Yeah, kind of sucks. So I'm going to have to also upgrade my melee weapons because I'm not going to be able to beat those things with my awesome super duper crossbow unless I manage to add explosions to it, which I don't think I'm able to do. I might be able to just... No, it doesn't even hit it, so that's a nope. Okay, so iron is not going to be a problem right now because I got a lot of iron airdrops and I managed to get quite a bit of that. You know what? Jennifer T. Williams, where are you? I think we have to talk because you've been talking quite a bit and it is quite... Wait, hey, I didn't say you could do that. Hey! No! Bad. Where am I supposed to even give you food? There's no real inventory to just put a bunch of food in. I mean, I could throw it in here and they might be able to detect that they can grab food from this inventory. If that was the case, they'd just do that. But let's try to just... Jennifer T. Williams, where are you? There you are. Inventory, let's just... There you go. Hope you share with everybody. You're probably not going to, but whatever. Anyways, let's actually get back to the question, because we need to do a bunch of that. So I'm just going to throw a bunch of this iron in here. We're also going to need some of the blocks of coal coke, because that is how we're going to need to roll this out. And in fact, let's get 4 more of this just so that we're even. And we're going to need to make that revolver. Revolver, or is it... No, we're also going to need the razor wire, but that is something else we're not going to be able to work on at the moment, so let's actually get going. Shots fired. Let's actually look that up. It's a revolver. Yes, of course it is. So we need a revolver, barrel, check, cylinder, check, hammer, check. And of course there's the grip. But we don't need those because for some reason it gives us a revolver. Anyway, so we're gonna have a second revolver. How do we make this? Oh! Well, that's actually helpful. So let's throw the revolver parts in here because it's not actually going to be necessary, and let's see how this is. So left click obviously doesn't do it. I might need to have nothing in my right hand. So how does one reload the revolver? It might say. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna try holding right click. Obviously that's how you fire. Shift right click. Okay, there we go. Now how well does this work? We're gonna have to find this out because this is something that I haven't played with before, and it might be a good experimentation. That was slow. How much damage did it do to you? Not much at all. It's pretty fast though, and it also gives us the cartridges back, as you can see in the GUI on the right. So let's take a look at this again, because we might as well. And bam! Okay. So shift right click, we get empty casings. What is the use of these? Obviously we can make a bullet casing mold, but we need to use gunpowder with lead in order to make a standard casing. So this honestly isn't the best weapon, especially compared to my weapon that I have on me right now, my diamond crossbow of boltness. So we'll just throw that back in here. Apparently those things that were flying are arthroborgs, so that's kind of... do not want to face those, really. Not really. I mean, I could, but anyways. Armor-piercing cartridges. I need to make an engineer's workbench, which takes the treated wood, a rickety crafting table, and also a treated wood fence. Now that last part doesn't look that fair, so let's make one of these. And we're gonna miss these, so let's grab one of these, throw them in here. It's gonna take a quick second to... there we go. So we need this in order to make all that. And I know that we have some blueprints that we can use, and it got a bit laggy for some reason. So let's place this. And we're going to need engineering blueprints in order to make the projectiles. So I can make them a blank one. Actually, this gives all of them. So blue dye, paper, gunpowder, and copper. I might be able to have blueprints. Sorry, I might have blueprints already. So blueprints, so arc furnace electrodes, and this is the thing that I need. Ooh, those are interesting. What's the recipe of that? doesn't say. It might be a special, you have to find it in order to get it. Anyway, so we got that. Now how do we actually make the armor piercing round? You need the empty casing, steel nuggets, and Constantan nuggets. Constantan requires Constantan grit, which is nickel and copper. So nickel, gonna need a bit of this. I actually might only need this. Hang on. We need to make 16. So let's just make a bunch. So copper also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make 6. So that'll be enough. That'll be enough. Rate difficulty just got, oh gosh, it's harder, and I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we need to crush this, so that's going to require a bit of sagging. So there, that's good. We'll need to also throw this iron up here so it can start its process, which is a long, arduous one. So armor piercing, we're going to need the empty casing. How many do we need again? We need 16 cartridges. So that means we're going to need to get our cartridges as well as our bullets and a revolver. Just so that I don't need to make more cartridges. Castle cartridge. I could have sworn I threw the cartridges in there. Be near the bottom. Empty casing. Okay, it's casings for some reason now. So let's get those out of here. There we go. Get all that. And now we can throw the revolver away again because we're not going to need it for some time. There we go. Empty casing. We're also going to need some steel nuggets. So let's nugget this up. We only need 2 of these to be transformed. There we go. Wait, we actually need 4 of those. So I made too many of this. So that will get us that. We can then smelt this up. And we're also going to need a bit of gunpowder, 16 in total. So gunpowder, let's get 16. There we go. Thank you very much. Throw this in here so that I can actually make it. So that. I think it might need to be a shaped recipe. Armor piercing. So it doesn't look like it requires it to be a shaped recipe. So we'll see about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I made way too many of these. Throw that in there because I might need it. Hi. Hi. I need to protect you for a second, so one moment. There we go. Your village is now protected. Okay, so we got 16. We can throw the rest of the nuggets up here if they let me. Can you stop that, please? I am in the middle of something. Throw them there. So we got that. We can get, let's see, either an extended magazine or a bayonet. That's actually interesting. So I can attach on my revolver a other thing. Yes, how do we add this? So use of this. Need to be... No, that's how we use it in order to make a gun turret. But there must be some way to modify this so that I can add the extended magazine. It might not actually be available, so we'll have to look at that another time maybe, if I even want to. Probably not. And we probably have enough steel in order to make the razor wire. So, no we don't actually. We're going to need quite a few more wires here, so... How much does this need? We need 5 of these. I think this makes 2 per. Let's check the wires. Wires, we get 2 per. So we need to get 3 more steel in order to get all of that, which is a simple enough thing to do. And then we're golden as far as that goes. We also need crushed emeralds for another quest. For some reason, not entirely sure why we need crushed emeralds. What are crushed emeralds used for? Let's check their usage right now. So the use of crushed emeralds is to turn them into crushed diamonds. That's actually interesting. Okay. We can convert crushed diamonds into crushed emeralds and vice versa if I were to need it. So that's something that will be interesting, or rather it is interesting, but I just need to actually think, do I actually need that? Probably don't. Now finally, the last thing we'll look at is what does a drill require? It can be made, let's see, we need diamondite crystals, Enoric crystal blocks, advanced coils, drill core. Do I have a drill core? Do I still have a drill core? I think I would have picked that up, but I don't think I would have put it in the colossal chest. Yes, we do. Okay, we have a drill core, so we don't need to find that, or rather make it, but I don't think I do have enough iron to make the Enori block. So let's make that rather quickly. There we go. There. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sirree. Throw that in here, and we will be able to do this. Actually, I think I'm going to make this and have it all ready for next episode. We'll finish crafting this because I do have to make the advanced diamonds, which requires a bit of crafting, but I think we are on our way to make sure we kick this pack's butt in the foreseeable future, which is good, considering that at the beginning of this journey I was dying very quickly, tied my first night of all things when I first tried this, so I think we are doing well enough. So that's all the time we have for this episode of Minecraft Invasion. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Not sure why I'm looking there for my quartz. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. And just a bit more there.